If you are an indie author who is wearing all the hats and doing all the things from writing to marketing to publishing to life, right? You need a system. And today I am going to walk you through my 3-part goal series and my indie author goals planner that I just relaunched in my Etsy store. Hi, my name is Jennifer Gregson, and I am an indie author. I write young adult fiction, and I am also a VA for authors and writers and a professional formatter. And like I said, I just relaunched my Etsy store. Right now, it just has the planner, but big things are coming in the new year. I'm so excited. So, I'm a planner girl at heart. But the problem with most planner systems is they aren't designed for like a niche, right? As indie authors, we have very specific things that we need to track, that we need to plan, that we need to think about. And so I created this system for myself first and foremost, but I want to share it with everyone. And it's a 3-part goal system. So it starts with brainstorming, which is really fun. And the way I like to look at it for each quarter, so I do quarterly planning, I think about a writing goal, a marketing goal, and then a fun or personal goal, because life should be about the balance. There should be things in your life besides writing, right? So I created an undated planner system because sometimes dated planners don't work. Sometimes it makes me really overwhelmed. I know for a lot of writers it gets overwhelming to have a system that's so rigid. I created something that's a little bit more flexible. And like I said, this planner came out of my own struggles from trying to juggle a day job, life with a kid, all the fun things that I want to do, along with writing, publishing, and marketing my own backlist and my new books. It was a lot to juggle, and we do juggle a lot of things. So I really hope that this flexible system can help you achieve your big dreams. So you might be asking, why should I even bother with goal setting? Like, what is that? Isn't that like a businessy thing? Isn't that like, corporate America? And yeah, it probably came from that. But for me specifically, having a goal and writing it down actually helps me accomplish so much more in my year. And like I said, I do it quarterly. I think about 3 months at a time. So yeah, sometimes I dream big, right? It's December when I'm filming this in 2025. We're going into a new year. I do think big goals sometimes, right? Like, what do I want to accomplish in 2026? Yeah, I do put that down. But then I plan quarterly, and I like to brainstorm, brain dump, have something yummy to drink, have some music, markers. I do it on my, in my tablet. I'll show you that in a minute. I do it with markers like the highlighters that's in the Good Notes app. I make it fun, and I brainstorm all the things that I want to do in a quarter. And then I sit there and think, what can I really get done? And I think about time, and I think about energy levels, because January, February, and March are a different vibe. They're a different energy than quarter 2, April, May, and June. They're different than July, August, September. Every quarter feels different. There's different things that I have to think about in terms of my kids' schedule, in terms of day job projects, in terms of travel, in terms of energy and how I'm going to feel throughout the year. So this planner is going to help you really up level your mindset. That's a big thing for me in 2026. I want to up level. I want to start thinking like an author CEO. And so this planner is really how I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that big dream, that big idea, and I am going to map it out so that I know what I'm going to be doing quarter 1 and what I'm going to be doing based on that quarter goal, January, February, March. And then I'm going to take those big months and turn them into weekly goals and daily plans. It's exciting. So let me take you through the planner just a little bit. So we're going to start with the brainstorming pages. These brainstorming pages, the planner was made as a PDF. So you can put it on your iPad or a tablet of choice and use an app like GoodNotes or Notability, or you can print it out. Flexibility is key here. So the brainstorming pages are really just a space for you to sit there and think about all the things you want to do in terms of writing, in terms of marketing, and in terms of your life. I want you to also have fun, family, health, personal goals. And I want you to think about your time and your energy So we're going to brainstorm first, and then we're going to finalize what I call the big three. You want one big project in each of those sections. You can have smaller habit goals along with the big projects, but try not to have really more than one big project in each section. You're going to get totally overwhelmed. So then once we finalize our big goals, I also give you a spot for those little things, the admin and maintenance tasks, those things that you have to do weekly, those things you have to do monthly, those things that crop up once a quarter that you need a place for, but that really don't fit in with your big projects. Then you get into the sort of meat and potatoes of the planner. This is where you get to pick and choose. There are different monthly layouts. There's a Sunday and a Monday start for a basic monthly calendar. There is a monthly project section that is in two different formats. You can use the pretty boxes. You can use the list formats, and you get to decide which monthly format works best for you and your planning style. You can see that I have weekly pages, both with a Sunday or a Monday start, and then a daily page with either a schedule or not, like literally 8 to 5 or blank. So it really is super flexible. It really is a way for you to make it your own. And I'm just showing you what I'm doing, right? Like, you can see that when I went past the month, I think it was my content planner. That is how I'm doing it this year. But you can do it, you can use it for so many things. And like I kind of mentioned, if you purchase the Indie Authors Goals Planner through my Etsy channel, in the planner itself, there is a place that you can click and for free sign up for a walkthrough video series. It's a 5-part video series. I take you through the entire process from brainstorming to the review process and how to create a planner system that works for you and your life and the way you like to plan so that you can literally have your big goals come to life and celebrate them as you go. One of the other things I'm really excited about and that I'm planning on bringing to 2026 is this sort of concept of author companion workbooks. So they're kind of these smaller guides that work with the planner that give you other resources. They give you checklists, tips and tricks, things to think about. Some of the ones I'm planning is about finding your ideal reader and like creating your messaging around your books to help you with your marketing goals. I'm creating one about like pre-launch. So like all the files you have to get together, the formatting, all of that is going to be sort of a smaller guide. And then there's going to be one that's about launching. That's going to give you a specific sort of 4-week launch plan for when you publish. Like it's going to give you step-by-step things to think about. And I'm super excited about that one. And I'm hoping to produce new companion workbooks throughout the year of 2026. So if you have ideas and you're like, oh, I love this, I need this guide, let me know. Maybe I'll create it because I need other ideas. So if you are ready to take your 2026 and like skyrocket, if you're ready to write your first book, if you're ready to launch your very first book, self-publish your very first book, or if you're like me, you're getting ready to launch something completely different than you've ever launched before, and you're ready to up-level your mindset, if you're ready to step into more of that author CEO role, then I highly encourage you to check out my planner or just comment down below. What is one of your goals for Q1 in relation to your writing and marketing goals? I'd love to know. And if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, happy holidays. Happy moving into 2026. I will be back next year with weekly videos. Super excited about what I have mapped out for Q1. And I hope you subscribe and stick around. Have a great day.